Hello students, welcome to science class. In previous video you have learned lesson number 2, nutrition in animals. So in this lesson you have learned about digestive system, buccal cavity, then mouth, after that stomach, about small intestine. Now here in this we'll start from large intestine. So students, as you can see that in large intestine is wider and shorter than small intestine. So while explaining small intestine only, I told you that the name is a small intestine, but actually it is the larger than the large intestine, because I told you that small intestine, the length of the small intestine is 7.5 meter and the length of the large intestine is 1.5 meter. So the function of large intestine is to absorb water and some salt from the undigested food. So as you saw, in small intestine all nutrients absorbed, and after that food passes to the large intestine. Now in large intestine that water and some salt from the undigested food material absorbed. After that only remaining only that solid waste. So the remaining waste passes into rectum and remains there as semi-solid feces, and the fecal matter that removed through the anus from time to time, and this is called ejection. So after that, when we see next topic is digestion in grass eating animal. So you know that grass eating animals are cows, buffalo, goat, etc. So some other grass eating animals also, as you can see that chewing continuously even when they are not eating. You know that actually when we see that these grass eating animals like cows, goat and buffalo, when we sit even when they are not eating, then also continuously they are chewing only. So actually, you know, when they eat, they quickly swallow the grass, and we can say that partial chewed grass. So and stored it in a part of the stomach called rumen. One part is there in their stomach, and this is called rumen. So here in rumen, the food get that partially digested, and this is called curd. After, but later, you know that when that curd returns to the mouth in small lumps, it means we can say that partially chewed food, and the animal chews it again, and this process is called rumination, and these animals are called ruminants. Ruminants means curd chewing animal. Now the grass is you know that the grass is rich in cellulose. And what is cellulose? Cellulose means a type of carbohydrate. So in ruminant like cattle, deer, etc., that some bacteria present in rumen. It means that in their rumen, in their stomach, some bacteria are present, and this bacteria helps in digestion of the cellulose. So cellulose, you know, many animals and you know and even human also cannot digest that cellulose. So some animals like horses, rabbit, etc., have you know, large one sac-like structure is there in their stomach, and this is called cecum. And cecum is between the esophagus and the small intestine. So here the cellulose of the food is digested by the action of certain bacteria which are not present in humans. That's why only human or other animals cannot digest cellulose. But animals like horses and rabbits can digest, because in their stomach one part is there. This is called cecum, and cecum is between the esophagus and small intestine. And here you know that here in cellulose of the food get digested by the action of certain bacteria. So have you ever learned about some animal which possess the digestive system, but so you have learned about that human and ruminants. So here animals that possess a digestive system, but there are many small organisms which do not have a mouth and a digestive system, can say. Yes. So how do they acquire the digest food? Because they does not have the mouth or digestive system. So how do they acquire and digest food? So here you will learn about amoeba and feeding and digestion in amoeba. So what is amoeba first? Amoeba is a microscopic single-celled organisms, and it is found in pond water. It is microscopic organism. It means which we cannot see with our naked eyes, and it is single-celled organism. Now, so amoeba has a cell membrane, a rounded, dense nucleus, and many small bubble-like vacuoles in its cytoplasm. So here you can see this. Look closely to the picture. Here nucleus, that food vacuoles and cell membranes. So amoeba constantly changes its shape because it is a single cell animal. There is no bone. So it is amoeba constantly changes its shape and position, and it pushes out one or more finger-like projection, and it is called pseudopodia. It means we can say that false feet for movement and capture the food. Pseudopodia. So here amoeba feeds on some microscopic organisms. That amoeba only a single cell animal, so which we cannot see with our naked eye. So it's very quite obvious that amoeba also feed on microscopic organisms, and when that amoeba senses food, it means food around it, it pushes out pseudopodia. It means its false feet around the food particles and engulf it. So after that the food becomes trapped. Food becomes trapped now in a food vacuoles, and some food vacuoles secrete some digestive juices, and digestive juices are secreted into the food vacuoles, and they act on the food and break it down into simple substances. Gradually the digested food is absorbed. The absorbed substances are used for growth like other animals and humans. That absorb substances, it means that nutrients are used for growth, maintenance and multiplication. Like amoeba also use that absorbed substances for growth, maintenance and multiplication. And after that, as you know egestion, the undigested residue of the food is again expelled outside by the vacuoles. It means we can say the basic process of digestion. The basic process of digestion of food and release of energy is the same in all organisms. It means which I said that the basic process of digestion, it means when we that eat food. Now after that, from food, that whatever nutrients absorbed and whatever undigested food is or residue, we can say, it is expelled outside from the body. So the basic process of digestion of food and release of energy is the same in all animals. So when we compare that digestion in animal, in ruminants and amoeba, see all three steps I told you, like ingestion, digestion absorption, assimilation and egestion. These all steps are there in human and ruminant, but in amoeba absorption and assimilation will not take place. So what you have learned in this lesson, students? So animal nutrition include nutrient requirements and mode of intake of food and its utilization in the body. Then the human digestive system consists of the alimentary canal and secretory glands, or it consists of the buccal cavity, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, ending in rectum and anus. So the main digestive glands which secretes digestive juices are the salivary gland, the liver and the pancreas. The mode of feeding vary in different organism. So nutrition is a complex process involving, we can say, ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion. So then digestion of carbohydrates like starch begins in the buccal cavity, and the digestion of pepsin start in the stomach. It means protein, can say, and the bile secreted from the liver, the pancreatic juice from the pancreas and the digestive juice from the intestinal wall complete the digestion of all components of food in the small intestine. So the absorbed substances are transported to different parts of the body, and then water and some salts are absorbed from the undigested food by the large intestine. And after that, the grazing animals like cows, buffalo and deer are known as ruminants. They quickly ingest, swallow their leafy food and store it in the rumen. Later, the food returns to the mouth and the animal chews it peacefully. Then amoeba ingests its food with the help of its false feet, or can say pseudopodia. The food is digested in the food vacuoles. So students, here your lesson 2 nutrition is in animal is over. After that, I'll send you PDF. From this PDF can write textbook exercise in your CW. Thank you.